Hi, I am Goddess Cree, and I am back with another divine message for this beautiful Sunday. So the angel number is 10 today. This number is completion. It is a positive change. You are being supported by the universe and creating your own destiny. This is personal growth. This is death and rebirth. This is a ending and a new, and it is ironic that today is Easter. So this is a death and a rebirth. So this is a new. So this is divine order. This is divine authority. So angel number 10, which means an ending and a beginning. All right, so let's see here. Let's check the message. Let's see. Let's check the energy in these spiritual streets. What is the energy? Examine your existing beliefs. So this is beliefs. Okay. What about these beliefs? Okay. What else? It says home. Appreciate the comfort and senses of belonging. So this is talking about your home life. Examine your beliefs and home life. Okay. What else does collective need to know? Okay. It says pay attention to detail. Information. So we have belief, home, and information. Okay. What else? Okay, so we have joy. Okay, enjoy the little things. Enjoy. Okay, so let's get one more. And I always say that. Let me get one more. And sometimes I have to go for another line. So let's see. Just one more for the collective, please. Get one more for the collective. That's 2. Protection. So Spirit says you are protected. And we got one more. Loyal friend. A wise, supportive person. Okay. So there is a wise and supportive person in our energy. Everyone needs one of those. Most definitely. Most definitely. So keywords. Belief, home, information, joy, protection, and loyal friend. Okay. So this is starting off pretty good. Okay. All right. So the card that jumps out to me is paying attention to detail. Okay. And, I got to be honest. Sometimes I miss the details. But this says we need to pay attention to detail. Okay. It says appreciate the comfort and sense of belonging. So this is home. And then it says examine your beliefs. So this doesn't necessarily mean religion. This could be just what you were taught, something that you do as a habit. All right, so let's clarify. What else do we need to know about this message? Wow. So we got 2. So Spirit says it's time to take a nap. And then we also have mending. Okay, and we have the moon here. There's possibly could be some moon energy here, something we can't see. But Spirit says we need to get some rest so we can mend. Okay, now, okay, that's getting a little bit more detail. Let's see. What else does collective need to know about this message? What else does collective need to know? Now, when I was doing my pre-shuffle, this deck was just firing off. I couldn't keep the cards in my hand. Okay. So, the home card that popped out, where it says, appreciate the comforts and sense of belonging. Community rang in my head, but I didn't say anything. But here it is. Community. So, this community card has been coming out a lot lately, which is a confirmation of people surrounding you. Okay, so what is it about this community? What does collective need to know about this community? Now, it did come out behind mending, so let's see. What is it? Exchanging gifts. Okay. And exchanging gifts is 27. Number 27, which breaks down to a 9. Okay. So, 9 is a closing of a cycle and opening a new. So, Spirit has some gifts, huh? Wow. You saw it. Fated. The fates. Okay. So something is definitely fated. It is coming from the divine. Let's get one more. Okay. Can we get one more? Okay. So this says come to the edge. So this card gives the Fool energy in tarot. And the Fool energy is a leap of faith. Okay, we have message in a bottle under the bottom here. So there is a message. So this is confirmation for pay attention to the detail, because there is a message here. Okay, all right. So we are needing to get some rest. There is some mending that we need to do. So, rest rejuvenates you. Especially when we're out here standing on our heads and fighting with our tails. That's what my grandpa used to say. When you would ask him, Papa, how you doing? He would say, well, I'm standing on my head fighting with my tail. And I used to say to myself, that's a hell of a fight. You got to stand on your head and fight with your tail. Oh my goodness. You talking about a balancing act like no other. So looks like we may have support from the community, from your soul tribe. And Spirit is bringing in exchanging of gifts. Okay. And Spirit says that this is fated. And they want you to take a leap of faith here. So as I look over the cards here, I see belief. I see take a nap is under belief, which indicates to me we might need to rework our belief in something. Like I said, that's not religion. It doesn't have to be religion. It could be something that you were taught growing up. It could be something that you adapted to because of what you've been going through. And then we have mending, which is under home, which it says appreciate the comfort. Okay, so after you take a nap, you are regenerating. Okay, so that is confirmation for appreciate the comfort and the sense of belonging. And the sense of belonging connects with the community. So some of us, we do like to feel like we belong. But if you're anything like me, at some point after you get to a certain age, it's like, hey, I really don't care anymore, especially when you run into people that exhaust your energy. But when you run into like-minded people, that is a beautiful thing. So that fell under pay attention to detail. And then we have exchanging gifts that fell under joy, which says enjoy the little things. And then we have protection, which is faded. So whatever is going on here, and I'm looking at pay attention to details, what is jumping out to me. Spirit is exchanging gifts. Whatever they are exchanging, it is faded. That means you earned it and no one can touch that, because it says you are protected. And Spirit wants you to take that leap of faith with come to the edge. So as I always point out on this card, she's happy, just as happy as she want to be. So it says take that leap of faith. I'm hearing take that leap of faith. There are loyal friends. There is a wise, supportive person in your energy. And for some of us, that is all we need, is one, supportive person, And even if we don't have that, remember that you are protected. You are protected and you are never alone. Never alone. You are being supported by your ancestors that came before us, by your guardian angels, by your archangels. The Most High of love and light is always in your presence and always with you. Okay? All right, so we need to take a leap of faith. We need to get our rest and mend. Spirit has some gifts for us, and this is faded. Okay? All right, so let's see. Let's see if we can get some more on this message. Okay. What else does collective need to know? It says abundance and windfall. So that's possibly some gifts that's coming in. That's abundance and windfall. That's joy. Enjoying the little things. I did talk about the moon energy earlier with the take a nap. So we have moon and intuition here. Okay. Okay. So twin flame is here. Strong soulmate energy. We have dream and messages. So Spirit is wanting you to pay attention to your dreams and messages. You are being guided by your spiritual guides. So I believe this has a lot to do with pay attention to the detail. This is a timing card. We are in spring. So we should be planting and making plans and making preparations. Wow. This Kisses and Love card has been coming out a lot here. Let's get one more. Finish this line. You gave me two. Okay, so that came out the other day. Someone is watching. Okay, so let's see here. With the exchanging of the gifts and the community, the sense of belonging, something is faded, and Spirit wants you to take a leap of faith. This is past. So this is past suffering. It says the past is affecting the present. It says let go of the past. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Loyal friend, protection, abundance, successful ventures. Spirit says there's something that you can't see here with the moon energy. There is a possible twin flame in someone's energy. They are reaching out telepathically, spiritually. It says that this is a divine connection. We have telepathic here twice. Pay attention to the detail. So with the twin flame card, and we also have it with the dream card, telepathic, 5D communication, astral travel, spiritual guides, and signs. So Spirit is asking you to pay attention to your dreams. And then we have a timing card that talks about spring. So something is definitely going down in spring. This is now. There is an indication of unconditional love here, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. You definitely have someone watching, collective. There is someone watching here. And Spirit is also warning of the past pain or past suffering affecting your future. So let's go ahead and finish out this second line. You are attracting. You are in the spirit of attracting, the vibration of attracting. This is talking about the present. So that's confirmation with the spring card. Spirit wants you to be grateful and be proactive, because there is abundance. You are attracting abundance and success. You are definitely doing something right here. Definitely doing something right. Okay. So this is further confirmation of moon energy, not seeing clearly. There is illusions and some confusion here. What about this? Illusion and confusion. New cycle. Yin. Feminine energy. New cycle. The world. Confirmation. Let's finish this line. Inner child healing. Ooh, that is so wonderful. Let's see. Nostalgia in the past. This card wanted to come out as well. Okay, and it is an apology. I will accept it. Okay, and then we also have self-worth and high vibration under the bottom. Okay, so you are attracting abundance. Spirit says there is something that you're not seeing clearly. And this is confirmation with pay attention to the details. This has to do with a yin energy, which is divine female, divine feminine. So we know that the divine feminine energy she's very intuitive. Okay, she's nurturing, she's creative, very intuitive. I believe this gives like the Queen of Cups energy in tarot, but also, you know, we had the moon card to come out. So this is confirmation of things that we cannot see, which is illusions and confusions, is when you see the moon card. Okay, but divine feminine did come out immediately after that, which is intuitive, which says that there is something that divine feminine knows. Okay, so this is subconscious. The moon Lord, here we go, stuttering. Intuition energy. So it's subconscious emotion. It's emotions. It says things are not as they appear. Okay, so there is another card that is indicating not seeing things clearly. Okay, And then we have the card up top that says pay attention to your details. So we have a divine feminine here that's very intuitive, and there's something that she is paying attention to. That ironically falls up under dreams and messages, telepathic 5D communications, astral travel, spiritual guides, signs. So I'm talking to a divine feminine that already knows. And you already know you are in your new cycle. This is a new world for you. And this is because of your inner child healing. Okay? So, baby, that inner child healing, that's your shadow work. That's when you've been wounded. That's your coping mechanism. That's learned behaviors. When that is healed, this is self-discovery. Okay? And this is confirmation for beliefs. So remember, I said that examining your existing beliefs, this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with religion. This is things that you have learned as growing up as a child, and it breaks it down. Being wounded, coping mechanisms from being mistreated, learned behavior. Okay, so as we are moving forward in this new cycle, and things are starting to unfold on our path, we have to get out of our own way as far as thinking that things will never change, thinking that, God will never bless you, the divine is never going to come through, that never ending story type attitude. We got to let that go. Okay. We got to let that go. So, which is type nostalgia like energy. Okay. So that has to be let go in order to move forward, in order for divine to open up your path and start blessing you. And how we let that go, you have to be joyful and enjoy the little things first. If you're happy for the little bitty blessings, then divine will bless you with the big blessings. Okay? So you have to be happy with the little things, the minute things, the things that people just take for granted, like just being able to get up and move around in your own home. Not everyone has their own home. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. Just to have a roof over your head, period, to where you don't have to worry about having to answer to someone or dealing with unnecessary things. So Spirit wants you to pay attention to detail, listen to your intuition, because you're going to run into things that you can't see clearly, things that are not as they seem. But if you listen to your intuition, you pay attention to your messages, your astral travel, your dreams, everything will be revealed to you. So as I say, your intuition is always going to be your security system for you. Your security system. When your intuition or I like to say my spidey sense, my little antennas start moving, I need to start paying attention to the detail. Okay? So this is a new cycle. This is fulfillment. This is success after a quest. A success after a quest. So Spirit says, do not let the past affect your future. Okay, so remember that card is out here. Past suffering. Do not let the past affect your future. And I basically just talked about that. Okay, which is the inner child healing. So someone has healed their inner child. Congratulations. And not only that, there is about to be a reunion here because someone has an apology as well. So remember, we have twin flame soulmate, strong soulmate energy out here. We have kisses and love and unconditional love. We have abundance. We have the presence of attracting. So this is going down now. Okay? And this could be that other person that is watching you, divine feminine. Okay? They're gathering information. They're watching and seeing how you move. All right, so let's check tarot. Ooh, and we had the Fool under the bottom. I got to pull it. That's confirmation. The Fool. Remember I mentioned the Fool when it comes to the come to the edge energy? Remember I did that? Look at these two cards. They are similar. They are similar. And this is confirmations for pay attention to the detail. One looks like a man and one is a woman. But they're doing what? They're on the edge. She's on the edge, just as happy as she want to be, and so is he. So Spirit says, take that leap of faith. It's okay to love. It's okay. You made it through. You healed your inner child. And you addressed your shadow work. Okay? So that is confirmation. It says, spread your wings and fly, my love. Spread your wings and fly. What else? Ooh, and on the... Yeah. Spirit wants you to walk away from the past as far as anything that may hurt you. So when you heal your inner child, you let go of those things. Spirit says let go of those things that hurt you when you were a child. Okay? And be happy and joyful for the small things so that they can bring in the big, beautiful blessings. Let's see here. Yep. And this is justice for you, my divine feminine. This is justice for you, my love. Okay. So this is number 11. And this is also Libra energy. This is communication from the Most High. So remember I said about 11, that's a divine number. And when you see the number 11 or 1111, make a wish. Okay? Thank your ancestors for what they've given you, no matter how small. Okay? All right. Wow. And then we have the 9 of Cups under the bottom. This is wish fulfillment for you. Not only that, we got the star, the sun. And I said the star. That's because you are a star. But this is sun energy. Spirit is shining light. So this is one of the best cards in tarot. This is happiness. Okay? This is happiness after the 10 of Swords. This is happiness after your 10 of Swords. So this is an ending. This is confirmation of an ending. This is confirmation of you surrendering and letting go of what happened to you when you were a child in your past. Letting go of those learned behaviors, which is, confirmation of the examining your beliefs. So this is, and matter of fact, this 10 of Swords is a 10. And today is angel number 10. Okay, so this is completion. You have completed and healed your inner child. This is a positive change. You are supported by the universe in creating your own destiny. This is personal growth, death and rebirth, divine order, and divine authority. So basically, everything is out here that supports angel number 10. So as I always say, my reads match up basically with the angel number. Okay. All right. So tarot says, and it's confirmation for take that leap of faith. With the 8 of Cups, it's saying walk away from those learned behaviors, from those coping mechanisms. It says this is justice for you. This is cause and effect. This is the truth. The justice card is the truth here. Okay, so this is fairness and this is judgment. So some things have went down in spiritual court. And spiritual court says, because you did the work, divine feminine, because you listened to your intuition, your dreams, and those signs, you got your rest, you healed yourself, which is the mending, your tribe is coming in, your soulmate is coming in, and not only that, you will be given and exchanging of some gifts. This will be fated. The Spirit says, take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith is confirmation in the tarot card with the Fool. Wish fulfilled. Realizing your dreams and happiness. Confirmation with the Nine of Cups. And the best card in tarot, confirmation for happiness and enthusiasm and fun and glory and good fortune. Okay? All right, so let's see, what does clarifying life situations have to say before we check the angel message? Okay, so I got 2. All right, so it says, clear mind, sweep away all doubt that you have and know that you are right. And this is confirmation. Love it. And then we have soul whispers. Look beyond the words and hear what is really being said now. Soul whispers. Okay, so this is confirmation for being intuitive, divine feminine. That is confirmation. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. Let's see what the angels have to say. I didn't want this read to be too long, but it is 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. What message do the angels have for this divine feminine? What message? And Spirit is urging me to say that this doesn't always have to be feminine energy. This could be a man in feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy. It just depends on where you are. So this is the sacred plan, the angels say. And this is confirmation for the fates. It's right here. So I'm going to say this again. The first card that popped out to me was information. Pay attention to the detail. So this was fated. This is the sacred plan. Okay? I love it. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit. Let's check those signs. Who does this resonate with on this beautiful Sunday of a brand new ending of a cycle and a brand new, a death and a rebirth. Angel number 10, death and a rebirth. Okay, let's see. This should resonate with a Virgo, a Cancer, a Capricorn, a Sagittarius, an Aquarius, and an Aries. If this is not one of your signs, this is possibly in your birth chart in one of your placements. So once again, I am Goddess Cree, and this was a divine message. Please click that like, subscribe. Let me know if this resonates with you, or share this with someone that may need to hear this message. All right, so you have an awesome, beautiful day on this Sunday, on this death and rebirth, on this angel number 10, starting of a new, beautiful cycle. Divine order and divine authority. Love and light. Bye, y'all.